Nothing would do more damage to Kamala's campaign than going on Joe Rogan because she'd run out of non sequiturs after about 45 minutes.
You can't hide in 3 hours.
Apparently, Elon created an app, and he knew.
Absolutely nobody is going to convince me that Donald Trump didn't steal this election, because he 100% did. You're telling me that Elon Musk...
Yes, welcome back. TMZ posted this. Joe Rogan just spewed some serious next level insider information saying Elon Musk knew hours before the official results dropped that Trump had already won the election. And Libras are fuming, assuming that Elon Musk did something for Trump to win. I have seen videos upon videos partaking to this, and some are actually believing this. TMZ created this article to pass kind of information to people like something happened. On this clip, I'm going to show you what exactly is going on. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm if you share this video.
And he knew who won 4 hours before the results. So as the results were coming in, before 4 hours before they called it, Dana White told me Elon was like, "I'm leaving. It's over. Donald won." He just fucking, he just somehow or another.
I'm going to go back into my
It's like
pod and
the
evaporate.
I don't know what he's getting, where he's pulling his data from, but he had.
Absolutely nobody is going to convince me that Donald Trump did this election, because he 100% did. You're telling me that Elon Musk, this super rich Uber guy who happens to be BFFs with fucking Trump, who also owns Starlink, the computer equipment that's going to count votes. You got a rich, corrupt BFF of this tyrant using his equipment to count votes. Are you kidding me? How stupid do they think people are? I swear, if Democrats are being too prideful to call this shit out, this is just American Democrats are fucking pushovers, and it's gonna cost millions of lives.
Yes, if this lady is dreaming, she should wake up. I don't understand what exactly she's talking about. What? Elon Musk and everybody on X was following Pulley Market. Pulley Market was there. People were seeing what is going on, putting money on Trump. Just few hours, I saw Trump is around 80%, 90% to win. So there was nothing. Everybody knew that this was happening. So I don't get the point why this lady would say, "Oh, Elon Musk used this to count." Count what exactly?
Nothing would do more damage to Kamala's campaign than going on Joe Rogan because she'd run out of non sequiturs after about 45 minutes. Didn't win the popular vote. I'm like, that's because he wasn't trying. If you actually try to win the popular vote, I think you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take that much. I think it made a big difference that President Trump and soon-to-be Vice President Vance went on lengthy podcasts.
Yes.
I think this makes it like this really makes a difference because people look at like Joe Rogan's podcast, which is great, and Lex Friedman's and the All In podcast, and to a reasonable-minded, smart person who's not like hardcore one way or the other, they just listen to someone talk for a few hours, and that's how they decide whether you're a good person, whether they like you, and especially like Rogan's podcast, 3 hours long. I mean, this is why I actually posted on X the nothing would do more damage to Kamala's campaign than going on Joe Rogan because she'd run out of non sequiturs after about 45 minutes.
You can't hide in 3 hours.
Yeah, like hour 2 and 3 would be a complete melted puddle of nonsense. So it would just be absolute game over. That's why I shouldn't go on.
So I mean, how does?
But Trump? But on the other hand, Trump he's there and there's no talking points. He's just being a normal person. He's having a conversation. And doing 3 hours of Rogan, no problem.
You will now understand exactly why Kamala could not show up for that interview 3 hours long. What will Kamala be discussing for 3 hours? That is a question. Because a place like Joe Rogan, you need to be smart enough to be able to talk for 3 hours. Watching that interview, Joe Rogan said that Kamala wanted a format which he cannot work like that until they had to make it sure they should edit the interview. Rogan refused. So you will understand if Kamala could even try to show up on this interview, it will be over. Yeah, because she will blunder. Imagine Kamala doing an interview without someone there to edit.
Okay, I just saw some news article about Elon Musk being like butthurt about SNL and his impression, but I'm like, you're clearly watching the show. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna come out and say at long last that I'm the cast member that he made cry, and he's the host that made someone cry. Maybe there's others, but I saw some articles and stuff, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. But I'm like, no, if you're gonna like go on your platform and be rude, like, guess what? You made Chloe Feynman, burst into tears because I stayed up all night writing this sketch. I was so excited. I came in, I asked if you had any questions, and you stared at me like you were firing me from Tesla and were like, it's not funny. I waited for you to be like, haha, JK. No, then you started pawing through my script, like flipping each page, being like, I didn't laugh once, not one time. Cut to, the sketch made it on, and it was like fine, and I actually had a really good time, and I thought you were really funny in it, but, you know, have a little manners here.
These are people that are surfacing with crazy stories, videos about Elon Musk. That is to tell the extent to which they are angry. This one said Elon Musk made her to cry simply because she was not funny. You know, some of these videos to me, they are amazing. I just have to laugh through when I watch some of them. Reason I decide just to share with you so you can see exactly how they're doing.
Not sure why no one understands how I feel. You guys know that my husband turned Republican this term. I don't know why. I threw his ass out of the house. And I have to do more. I don't want to shave my head because that's going to hurt him. I'm going to look ugly. So I'm not doing that. I think I'm going to sleep with his friends. I think that's the only way. I think sleeping with his friends will do. What do you guys think? His liberal friends, of course.
So last night, I told my mom and dad that because they voted for someone who wants me dead, that they no longer have the privilege of having their daughter and their granddaughters in their life. And I told them, never contact me again. I'm never calling you. I want nothing to do with you. And take me out of the will.
Whoopi Goldberg is encouraging this. According to this video, Whoopi also suggests people should not visit Trump voting family for the holidays because they are going to lash out and attack their gay children. She also seems they suggest the same thing for racially mixed families.
Children, would you,
Yeah,
if it meant not seeing
I
your children?
appreciate the voters, but I will say, somebody who tells me that my child is wrong because of how he or she feels, that tells me that they shouldn't be allowed to be who they are with my permission, I have to question it. I don't want to put my kid in that position.
Exactly.
I don't want to put my gay child in a position where she has to sit with someone who doesn't understand her and feels like it's okay to just blurt all that out. That's just me. But I feel like that with mixed families, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know, there are certain things where you don't have to put your family in the middle of it. You can have dinner at another point, but it might not be the time to gather because you know there's going to be some tension. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not tense. My daughter's not gay.
I'm speechless. Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. If you are new to my channel, I post 2 to 3 videos a day, making sure to update you on what is happening in around you. And please, when you see my notification, always share the videos. It helps the algorithm to recommend.
Cash it done.
That's a great picture.
You want to sign the line? Oh wait, that's one marker. You're right across.
I want to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
That guy.
I mention that guy's name. He's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway.
Hey there. How are you doing? If you watch this show regularly, I'm guessing you're not doing great. Yeah, me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one? Now's the time to stand in solidarity with our friends, with our neighbors.
Well,
Bishop Vigano, he says that
these numbers, $10 million for Beyonce.
How do you think the election went?
Not talking about the election.
There are a lot of women who cared about